Welcome, everybody. This is the Bandcamp listening party for Modular Synth artists. What month is this? May? For the May Bandcamp Friday. You're watching this on Friday, but this is actually pre-recorded on, what's today? Wednesday? I don't even, what's time? Yeah. But welcome to the show. We are going to have this is a special anniversary show. This is 1 year anniversary since when we started doing these shows.
That's right.
And we thought it'd be kind of different and kind of fun for me and Christoph to kind of take a step back and just do a show together. We haven't done that in a long time. Maybe we never have. We've always had guests. But I thought we could spend some time together and hang out and do a fun show. And then hopefully this will be airing a little earlier on Friday so that you can run over to Bandcamp and pick up every single one of these artists that you see that we are showing today and more. So, Christoph, thank you so much for doing these with me for over a year.
Yeah, it's incredible that it's already been a year.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I don't know if did we do 12 episodes or we just did we miss? We might have missed.
I don't think we did 12. There might have been one where they actually didn't do
a Bandcamp Friday.
But I think we did at least 10.
Yeah.
So
at least, yeah, we did.
We could go and count. We should have been better prepared and counted.
We should have some statistics. Yeah, how many views we've done and how many songs. I guess if we had to guesstimate how many minutes of songs we played, it would be in the hours.
Yeah. Well,
no, I was joking.
The shows generally run long with guests.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, these shows are usually 3 hours with about an hour and a half of music at least, sometimes more. So we played a lot of music, listened to a lot of music, checked out and discovered a lot of music together from friends, from people sending it in. We get requests to get on the show from text messages to emails at our website, and that's been really awesome. And then we also dig around. Christoph probably digs around more than I do, but I watch a lot of streams, so I try to keep up too. But at the end, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's been a lot of music and a lot of cool artists, so this has been fun. You agree?
I do agree. Sorry, I was getting ready to share the first song here and get the show rolling, and I didn't see your face. So yes, I do agree.
He doesn't agree. He's like, "Get me out of here." No, that's joking. Okay, cool.
We're missing Franck.
We're missing all kinds of. Usually we have Jono and Caltrix and sometimes Jeabzz and now Franck telling us what's next.
Franck, what's next?
But that's what's been really fun about this show. I'm just going to wax poetic real quick before we jump in. Yeah. It's been really fun, having all these people come in from other societies and other groups, and from around the country. And it's been so fun to kind of evolve the show. We've tried to do a few different things here, and it's been awesome, and we've learned a lot. But I think at the end of the day, we always want to play some cool music. But I will say it has been fun hanging out and just goofing it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we'll try to still be as goofy, I guess. Just naturally, we'll try. It won't be as easy. But we also just really want to pack in some music because we figured you're probably on a lunch break or something if you're watching this when this airs. Okay. So let's get to it, like you say. So what are we starting off? What's something that's new?
All right. First up, actually released today, new release by Panic Girl.
Oh, cool.
From Germany. And we're going to listen to a track called, let's see.
That cover looks cool.
Vampires by Day.
Ooh, I like that.
Great track name.
Great name.
Here we go.
All right. Yeah, that's great. I love it. It's so cool. Real awesome use of vocals and all kinds of things going on there. Just layers of that. It's just rad too.
Yeah, she has a really nice aesthetic with the vocals and the modular and the rhythms and everything. So I really like it. Really like it. You can get it on vinyl for all your vinyl people.
Nice.
So be sure to support her. Great album. Came out today.
Yeah, and that looks like it's on, that's IUV Records. That's on IU.
Yes.
And that
IUV Records.
And and it looks like that record label is dedicated to females in electronic music. So definitely want to check that out. To get exposed to more artists, more female artists for sure.
Yeah, they had a great compilation out too. That came out not too long ago. This one, Connected #1, various artists, lots of great female artists on there.
Sweet, awesome.
While you're there, pick that up too.
That's great.
That's great.
Right on.
Cool.
All right. Well, that was a great way to start. A great album. The bar's been raised. The bar's up here now.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet on Bandcamp. What's else? Or so what do we have next?
One thing, links will be in the description of the video. Links to Bandcamp pages, to the album, and to social media pages of the artists. So go and support the artists. Follow them on Instagram. Links down in the description.
Yep. Awesome.
All right.
Good reminder.
Next up, we have a local artist.
Local as in Colorado.
Colorado. From Denver, Colorado.
Oh, yeah. Ether Diver.
Ether Diver.
If he's watching this, I may or may not still be needing to go over to his house to pick up some tape recorders or a tape recorder. He's offered me a tape recorder for like a month now, and I'm like, I'll be over. And it's been out a month, so it's my apologies. But other than giving away tape recorders, this is his new EP, right?
Yep, just released on 4/30. And we're going to be listening to the first track, Aramaic Inscription.
Awesome, cool. Ether Diver, nice.
Great moods in that track.
Yeah, I was like falling into it for sure. That's cool. I'm trying to think if I know he's probably shown what setup he's using before, and I can't think of how his rig looks like. So now I'm like interested where some of those sounds are coming from. Some kind of FM-y kind of vibes to that sound, right?
I think he said he's using like tapes too, and does all kinds of manipulation and stuff. So
yeah,
it sounds organic, not just FME stuff. So it's some great change ups in there, and it's a good track.
Yeah, it's good. It's like if you love like that synth sound, that's it, right? Like this is like it's great, awesome. Okay, cool. Always fun. That was cool to see local cats putting up music. Denver, Colorado. Sorry, not Denver, but just Colorado in general. We have a pretty active scene actually. So it's always cool. We obviously since the pandemic have expanded so that we are more worldwide than ever, but we still got a lot of love for our folks here in Colorado too. All right, so what do we have? I almost said what's next. I don't want to say it because I feel like that's Franck's.
It's Franck's thing. You can't pick that line now.
What is going to happen? What is going to happen?
Here we go next.
Oh, yeah, cool, awesome.
So
okay, cool. So this is I hope I'm saying his name right. Oh my god, I can't even see, my glasses are too. Jeabzz? Am I saying that right?
Jeabzz. From Paris.
Yeah, from Paris. Yeah, so shout out to Jeabzz. I hope I'm saying your name right. You sent in this track a while ago. We didn't get a chance to play it when you sent it in. And so we were digging through our list and it's like, oh, I gotta put this track on. So we brought it back up for today's show. I also saw that he's playing the Eighth Dimension show on the NIMS Twitch channel. I think probably tomorrow or maybe tonight. My apologies. I just kind of this week's really turned me around time wise. But if you dig this, go to the Twitch channel. It should be up by the time this is playing, so you can check out his performance live, or one of his performances.
Right. So this will air on Friday. So remember that tomorrow is not today, and whatever time is just time. Time is outside.
Look. All right, cool.
Check out the performance on the Twitch channel. That's it. NIMS Twitch channel. We put a link in the description down here.
Yeah. That's what I do.
All right. Let's play this.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that one hits. It's cool.
Great track.
Yeah, and it's funny. It's been in the inbox, just waiting to be played.
Right. Yeah, but it's a good beat. It's nice stereo effects, and it's very, very good.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah,
check that one out
for sure. So just as a reminder, that one came to us from a submission from our website. So you can head over to our website, ColoradoModularSynthSociety.com, and just you should see the page to submit music for Bandcamp Fridays. And on that note, I don't know if there's actually going to be any more Bandcamp Fridays. I don't know if they're going to keep doing it. It'd be a shame if Bandcamp does it. But we'll do something. Maybe we'll do the show here and there, or a slimmed down version. Maybe we'll do the whole thing. I don't know. We'll see. Summer's coming around. It's gonna be hard, but we'll definitely do some kind of nod to it. Maybe if nothing else, it might just be us putting up a post or a blog post of the latest tracks. Who knows? But it'll be something. We'll always do something to kind of encourage people to support Modular Synth artists. So, if you have music coming out, if you just put out music and it has modular synths in it, or it's a part of your process, then do head over to our website and submit your music. Let us know. That's probably the best way, and we'll try to share it at the beginning of every month.
That's right.
That's right.
We are going to stay in Europe, and we're going to play our friend Omri.
Oh yes, another Opus.
Omri Cohen from Germany.
Yeah.
Known for his work with VCV Rack, his videos. Check out his YouTube channel. Omri is a composer, musician. We also will put a link to our interview that we did with Omri a while ago in the event description. So a great interview. He's talking about his process and kind of his influences and things like that, and how he got to making these kind of Opus albums and his entire musical journey. So that's really worth watching.
Yeah, it's super inspiring. Another thing that Omri is also going to be a part of is the Synth Society Summit, which is May 21st to May 23rd. And he'll be sitting down with you, Christoph, to be talking about
That's right.
VCV Rack.
That's right, with Sarah Bell Reed and Omri. We're going to sit down and talk VCV Rack.
Yeah, so that's another thing. We'll leave a link down to it. May's packed. We have so many things happening in May. So we'll touch on some more of the other things that are happening. But Omri is definitely going to be busy as well. So be sure to, if you're not already following his YouTube, and but definitely check out his Bandcamp. It's amazing, and I'm so happy to see him putting on another Opus. So what track are we listening to?
First one, Impromptu in G minor.
Oh, yes, I love this one. This is a good one. All right.
Here we go.
Omri doing his thing. Oh, so well. Love it.
Yeah. I think I heard a flute in there. He plays the flute, so he combines VCV rack, Euro rack, acoustic instruments. He plays the piano, so really, really, really versatile musician, composer. So check out the video, like I said before, Beyond the Patch with Omri Cohen that we did a while back, and check out his entire discography. It's really great stuff.
Yeah, amazing. So happy to have him out there putting more stuff out on top of everything else he does. Great. All right. Chug it along. Man, we have so much music. This is fun. Yeah. I do miss Jono's printer. Jono's cool, but his printer in the corner.
I know. Look, I bought an oscilloscope at the thrift store. It's like from the 60s.
Wait. You just found an oscilloscope at your local thrift store?
That's right. Yeah.
Did you go
single channel?
You went there to go buy some cheap dishes and silly mugs?
No, tape recorders and tape decks and Walkmans, and then I walked away with this thing, and I'm going to use it for visualization. It's going to be awesome. So that's awesome. That's the replacement for Jono's printer right there.
Yeah, Jono's printer can't do that.
Exactly.
Wow. I'm jealous. I've tried to go get tape players, anything, all kinds of things at their stores for music, and then always come back empty-handed. I think once I got a Vangelis tape for like 50 cents.
I found a reel-to-reel for $10 at the local thrift store. My local thrift store, the Arc, is just fantastic. So
yeah, who's the people around there donating stuff, or just like former musicians or something, recording artists.
Yeah,
engineers.
and it's had a note on it doesn't work, and I don't think they knew how to use it, because you have to really tighten the tape for the little lever to engage to actually play. Yeah, but it works just fine. I cleaned it up and it's perfect.
Doesn't work. There's no DVDs will play on this thing.
They didn't know what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing.
All right.
I've always been eyeing 8-tracks too, but I'm not going to go there. All right. Next up.
You have to tell me. My eyes are bad, or like my screen's so far back. I'm like, what am I looking at?
Well.
Oh, yes. Wow, this one. Oh, which track are you playing? Because this is
Beijing.
Oh yeah. Bachelard is not really on social media, so this is a good reason why you should follow people on Bandcamp that you're interested in, because
that's very true.
I saw her talking on Discord the other day, and she did not mention that she was dropping this album. And I was listening to this. I think I listened to this a couple times. So I'm looking forward to buying it off today on Friday.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, so good, so awesome. It's funny because I think the last few things I've seen her play have been definitely more experimental and more left field, and I loved it. So I hadn't heard like a composition like this from her yet in a while. So maybe I haven't come across it yet, but this is great. This is fun. It's a great little piece, you know.
All those little percussive elements.
Yeah.
In the background, that it's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah. I like the little bass line. It's great. Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah. Very good. Very good. I'm looking forward to diving into the rest of the album for sure. But I did like that one quite a bit. She's out of Toronto. Another cool thing that's happened since this pandemic is meeting more friends and learning more about the Toronto scene, which has been really cool. Okay, what do we have next?
All right, next we're going local again with our friend Grant.
Oh, cool. Memorybell.
Yes.
Right on.
So hold on. This is one of those.
Yeah, this is the
special album. It's 80 minutes of music and 3 tracks. So it's very expansive.
Mm-hmm.
And what we did is we asked Grant to basically create a 5-minute excerpt of the entire album. And that's what we'll play. Album releases on Friday. It's available on CD for all you physical media people, digital. And he has released a single a couple of months back that we played in one of the shows, Beneath a Soft Clearing. So you might recognize some of the sounds that we're playing now, but it's definitely music from all 3 tracks. So here we go.
Memorybell. Yeah. So if you're in Colorado, we've talked about this all the time. Seeing Memorybell play live is really amazing. It's very deep, emotional experience for sure. I can't wait to see him play live again. It's been a while, but it's also been cool to see him put out these albums. I know he's kind of sits on material for a while, so it also slowly burns into existence. So it's nice that it's here. 80 minutes is going to be awesome to like just really chill out to, and or just do stuff around your house, or just meditate, or read a book, or write a book. So
yeah, it's really meditative kind of music in general to really get lost in. His last album, Solace, it was one of my favorite albums from last year. Check that one out too. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I'm so excited for him to do that.
And actually, speaking of live, so we have the 4-year anniversary of Freak Boutique on Monday, May 10th.
Yeah.
And actually, Memorybell will perform a set there. So are we, myself and David, Sine Mountain. So, and how many other people? I think 7 other artists, all Colorado artists.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be really cool.
Kind of a party that would have taken place like when it started, kind of a lot of throwback kind of a party. Yeah, that's funny. I just thought about that me, you, and him are going to be playing. We're gonna I don't know about you, but like I'm kind of obviously I'm in my little ambient stage of phase of stuff, and
right.
I mean he's going to be playing like chill stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be that. Those are gonna be some chill moments in that scene for sure.
But it's going to be awesome because there's so many other.
Oh yeah,
Alex is playing Nasty Nachos, Vino Malo.
Yeah, those guys will party it up. Those guys.
Yeah,
high energy.
We'll put a link down in the description. Check that out, Freak Boutique, presented by WMD, next Monday, May 10th.
Yeah, but definitely
at 7:00 Mountain Time.
Yeah, so definitely check out that. Check out Memorybell. I should start saying when some of these people have also been on other shows. Memorybell was on January Skies, right? Yep. And Omri was on October Skies. So you can also check out their performances from those cool space shows.
Yep.
Right on.
Lots of good stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And we got more music.
Yes.
Lots of more music. So next up we have...
Oh yeah, this is cool. Another one of those things where you're following a label and then you get the updates on this. And but this cover is wild. It's a cool cover for sure. Yeah, it makes you stop and look for sure. But yeah, it's got this got a real cool sound to it, kind of retro, but you know, it still sounds fresh for sure.
Yeah, I hadn't heard this before. I just listened to it this afternoon for the first time. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, you want to take an attempt at saying this name? I don't know how to say it right. I feel like I say names wrong. You say names right.
PolyPores.
Yeah, I was like PolyPores.
Whatever sounds fancy. We apologize.
Yeah, we're just sorry.
We apologize that we can't pronounce all names correctly. We can barely pronounce our own.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this is really cool. So let's get this a listen.
Yeah. So what do you think? Like, that's some like serious low pass gate stuff going on, or what?
Yeah. I think it's always interesting what people write in that little bio section on Bandcamp. And I want to read here what PolyPores, also known as Stephen James Buckley from the UK, Preston, UK, wrote here. So PolyPores paints music with a modular synthesizer, drawing influence from ambient, new age, and experimental electronics. It soars, bubbles, crackles, and soothes in ever-shifting, immersive, cosmic landscapes, dream environments, and sonic sculptures.
Nice. Well done.
I can hear that.
Yeah, I hear every single thing you said. That was
yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
It is. It's amazing how much it fits that whole aesthetic. Nature. The track was called Soil Computer.
I love that name. So cool.
It's so good. And you can get it on vinyl too. The artwork, I just want to order the vinyl just because of that artwork. I want to have it like
hang it up
in big and hang it up. Yeah, it's great.
No, it's amazing. It's really cool looking. It sounds awesome. It's one of those. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, and it's like listening to it again. And I didn't pick up on some of the little things that are going on in the background. It's really cool. That's fun. And it's super interesting. So good one. I'd love to find out like what the rig is for that. But I definitely was like, man, this is some. It feels kind of Buchla-esque or maybe even Serge-esque. I don't know, but there's something kind of old school. But it doesn't. It's not the same kind of composition that I've heard from those sort of rigs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great, awesome. So
it's cool.
New fan. You got a new fan here, Monsieur. Okay, what do we have going on next?
All right. Next up, we have Marsha Fisher. This came from me following a label, Full Spectrum Records.
Sweet.
Who have released Filiere, which we played last time. Yellow and Gold, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So this really kind of looked interesting cover, and I started listening to it, and this is really, really cool. So Marsha Fisher uses tapes found at a thrift store or somewhere and processes those in a modular synthesizer in various ways. So there's a really interesting description at the bottom of that Bandcamp page. Check that out. But I love this album. It's really, really, really cool. So the track is called First Frost.
Cool. I do like that cover. It's cool. All right. Yeah, I dig that. I dig stuff like that for sure. It's cool.
Yeah, the process sounds really interesting. Composed of modular synthesizer and heavily processed tape loops, primarily sourced from old Christian genre music and praise cassettes, scavenged from Midwestern thrift stores.
That's awesome.
The fuzzy ambiences on display here are an exercise in seeking beauty in the banal. So it's very you expect it to kind of go someplace else, but you never know where it's going to end up.
Yeah,
it's really good, really good. I love it.
So that's rad. So Full Spectrum Records put that out.
Yep,
they're out of Texas.
Great label. Texas.
Okay, cool, rad, awesome. That's rad. I love following labels too. That track before PolyPores, that was from Behind the Sky, who I think I was following because of, I believe they put out Johnny Wood's album way back. Mm-hmm. So you start. I love what there's actually a pretty good crop of labels out there who are really doing a great job on curating that sound for their labels. So that's cool. I want to check out some more. That's the second Full Spectrum album I've heard. So I'll definitely put that on my follow list for sure. That's cool. Right on. Good work, everybody. Good work, Marsha. Good work, Full Spectrum. Those are rad. I love that kind of stuff. It's good. What else do we have?
What else? What's next?
No, what else?
No, what's next?
No, that's copyrighted. We can't. We get that's trademarked. Franck would sue us.
Well, but he can't sue us if we play him next.
Oh, smart. See
what I did there? See what I did there?
Yeah.
He can't sue us if we play him next.
Man, a lot of people say,
appreciate that. So.
See, it's pretty smart. I know what people don't believe what people say. Christoph is actually a pretty clever guy. No matter what they say.
What do they say?
Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just move on with the music. We don't want to get.
All right. That's okay. We'll cut that out. We'll do that in post.
Shoot the stars.
So, Franck, master of the quadraphonics, released a new album here just a few days ago.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. This was November 2nd, 2020.
But like it's what is it called? He does something to it. So it's quadraphonic, and now it's not quadraphonic.
Binaural.
So
yes. So it was recorded in quadraphonic, then mixed and mastered in 5.1, and the result processed for binaural output.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, really cool stuff. Wear headphones for this one because it's the stereo field is pretty amazing. So here we go.
Sweet. Yes, yes. Stereo filled headphones.
Headphones. You need headphones.
Yeah. Maybe like lay down in the middle of the living room, turn off all the lights, and just listen to that in your headphones and zone out. And then a week later, you'll wake up and you'll be like, "Whoa, what happened? I went to the stars, Franck."
Yeah, that little riff that he has going on, that it sounds like surf guitar riff.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun. It's so good. And it swirls. It swirls. I would love to hear this in 5.1. And you can get it in 5.1. There's a link on the Bandcamp page. It's not on Bandcamp. It's on a separate site. But yeah, if I had a setup like that, that'd probably be a trip.
Yeah. Well, seriously, yeah. One of these days, we will go to California and hang out and have Franck do that kind of stuff for us live.
That's right.
I've seen pictures of nearby where Franck lives, so I'm definitely I want to go visit.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is I could find it if we just get a car. We'll just drive and then just look out for
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. How big can California be?
Not that big.
Not bad. People think it's big, but it's not really.
Yeah, it's not that big. We'll find them.
It's easy to get around.
And everybody knows Franck there, so.
Everybody does.
They have to.
Yeah. He's got to be the only person there with the French accent.
Right.
No.
What's next? What's next?
Oh, you're talking about Franck. Okay.
Yes. No.
Okay.
No. Next up, we have Pilots and Pumas.
Oh yeah, this is fun. This was also sent to us, this was submitted to our website for submission. So right on, this is a fun beat.
We'll check that out. Mute.
Also from Texas.
Yes. That was a fun beat.
I love that beat.
Great.
So
I
fun.
love the little crackle. Has the little tape vinyl crackle thing going on. It was very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah, and I was still like little trills up. It's like fun.
Yeah.
It's like that's awesome. Yeah,
It's really
a
cool.
hit. Yeah, definitely
Short
nod
and
your head.
sweet.
Yeah, those are cool. Those are cool for sure. No, that was a fun one. Thanks for sending that one in. That was cool to hear. All right.
Yes. All right. So some say it's good to have a plan. To have a plan.
We got to
What
start
does that mean?
You
A plan to have a plan. What does that mean? You have to explain that to us.
Okay. So
Because next up we have
yeah, this is
Sine Mountain.
Yeah. Hey, you should have done my little echo there. You can't see that Sine Mountain.
No, I'm sorry. I wasn't set up. I'll promise to be better next time.
You've been saying that for months.
No, it's HR Terror in the chat probably on Friday
We'll say
will scold me for not having the Sine Mountain echo. So
that's my homie right there.
Mountain.
That sounds good.
Just imagine the.
Oh, I just need you to sample. I need you to send me that sample. I need that sample. Just you doing it like that.
I'll send that to you.
I can
with the
work with that.
Ventress
I'll work with that.
reverb.
There you go. I can work with that. Yeah, so this is a recording that I did not too long ago for New York Modular Society on their show Off the Grid, which was a really fun, awesome experience to do. It had been so long since I actually did a live show, and I kind of sweated a lot about this. I was like, oh my gosh, it's been so long. I was kind of committed to working on the skiff that I have here. I had just gotten the Dust of Time oscillator, and I ate up a lot of room on my skiff with the 512 sequencer, vector sequencer. So I kind of like committed to like, I'm going to do a lot with very little here. So I have the micro bit box in there, and I had some pedals here, and I was like, I'm just gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work, and I got up every morning and worked on it a little bit, and it had been like the most craziest, busiest time to be working and trying to like prepare for a show. But it's also called Off the Grid, so I know I can kind of get away with some stuff, and which is fine because that's how I've been kind of thinking anyhow. But I didn't want to completely like improv it. So, I wanted to have, like Nathan Moody says, have some intention to it. So I was thinking about that a lot. So anyhow, at the same time, I was listening to one of my favorite books called To Like the Lightning by Ada Palmer. And there's a part in that book when they're like they're talking about like they got this big issue they're trying to deal with, and they say something to the fact of like, we felt good, we had a plan. Well, we had a plan to have a plan, and I love that. I was like, that's like, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I have a plan to have a plan. And anyhow, so that's kind of where that title comes from, and it's also just kind of reflective of just, I think, just everything in life right now is just, you there's so much that we don't know it's going to happen, and we're preparing for it, and we're just making plans to have plans, right? Like literally, like right. We don't know when we're going to get together again, so we plan so that we can
go into California.
Yeah, go to California.
California. Plan to have a plan.
That's a plan to have a plan. Yeah, exactly. So a plan to have a plan. So that's this piece. It's a really I did think about having it broken up in different pieces. So when it came time to actually like put this out, it was real nice that like it it all kind of fell together. It's like, oh, sweet. I got my 4 pieces. I can break this up into 4 parts. So we're going to listen to the last part, which is, I think, great, but it has more effect once you hear the whole thing as one whole piece. But anyhow.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. Excellent.
Yeah, so it's a deep one. It's emotional, the whole thing. So I hope people dig it.
It's really cool. I go back to the bio description on the Bandcamp page, and it says world building with my synthesizer is the goal. And I think that's one thing that you really succeed in.
Thank you.
Whether it's this one or whether it's Formula, your last, well, a couple of albums ago. Check out Sine Mountain's entire discography. But it's real, like it's always that sci-fi vibe that I get from your stuff, and it's like truly like world building. I mean that it's really cool.
I appreciate that,
and especially when you think about doing it with not a huge case, but with a small constrained voices, samples, effects, and things like that. I think it's really successful. It's awesome.
Yeah. I'm really having fun learning how to use my bitbox as a looper, and I'm looking at the bitbox. Yeah, and
seriously, I'm trying to sell a module to buy a bitbox. I'm trying to sell a module to buy a tremolo. Get in line, I told you.
No, but I think there's you know how I feel about. I've been trying to like preach this more about. You don't need a lot. I love having a lot, and I love when people use a lot.
Yeah.
But I just know there's so many people that are new to modular, especially this year, and I don't want them to get overwhelmed to think that they need or underwhelm themselves and say I don't have enough. When you obviously you could do a lot with a little.
Yeah, I have found the same thing, and I started literally a year ago. Almost exclusively, like literally 95% of the time using just 104, 3U 104. And I recently bought Neuralist because it is just so much easier to use Neuralist to get the modules in and out and to swap exactly. So because it was always a pain with the screwdriver.
Yeah.
But just making decisions even when you set up the 104 case.
Totally. Yeah.
Like I want this, but I can't have that. And it kind of, I always get something out of it. I always learn something new, and working with that constraint is really it's a challenge, but we talked about this a couple of times in various shows that we've done, but yeah, I think it's really cool to use a smaller case. Quite a few people are actually going, at least, for a little while, to these smaller cases. John has been doing that.
Yeah.
Really successfully too. So
no, I guess if you have the funds and the ability to get a small case to go alongside your larger case, it's worth the exercise for sure to try that. The other thing too that I think that's different from this last release, and I'm also kind of more open to than I ever was when I first started, is using effects boxes and using desktop synth stuff. I think in that particular performance I used the Prim FM2, and I used a lot of just pedals on this one. And I just never think. I just think everything had to be in the rig, in the modular, and it's it's funny how you change your mind about a lot of things after a couple of years, or even after a couple of months, I suppose. It depends on who you are, but like, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah. I'm super excited about seeing everybody how it's fun to watch your friends and people you're watching on these shows or performing on other shows and putting out music and listening to it like change. I wouldn't necessarily say it evolves, because sometimes some people's first albums is just as good as their last. It's just different. Like your mentality, because it's modular, is you're always changing it up. You should probably get Neuralies or be okay with changing up your system a lot, because that's modular. That's what it's made for. So it's exactly. Cool. Yeah.
You build the instrument every time. And that's it's
wild.
That's really true. And I find myself doing that more and more and more.
I guess the one thing I can imagine, it's like, when you're watching like a rock concert or something, and like they're switching guitars for every song, and you're like, oh, that seems kind of crazy. But now it makes sense. Like if I could have like 6 of these set up, and it's like, okay, I'll play one song here and one song and one song. I totally would. Yeah. And I just might. Now just saying it out loud, like maybe that's the goal.
But think about having 6U and having two rows where each is its own instrument that can play one track.
Yeah.
And you automatically, that's always the challenge when you have, if you can play a droney set, or, have with a small case, but switching things completely up with a small constrained case is not that easy. Right? To make that interesting over a longer period of time, 20 minutes, 40 minutes or something like that. But if you imagine having just 2 rows and having a similar setup or something completely different where you can switch back and forth, maybe, that's an interesting thing. I'm still wanting to get a bigger case.
Yeah,
I have 6U, but just having like an IntelliJ case or something like that I can take with me easier than these cases that I have, the DIY cases. So
yeah, I mean, I love having a big case. I almost busted it out for Freak Boutique. I was like, I'm just gonna build it up and do some drums and stuff. But I still have a lot more experimenting to do with this. I
know. That's just stick with it for a while.
Just gotta stick with it, and
let the other people do the drums.
Yeah, and you can still do. You could do drums with this setup with the
bitbox.
With the bitbox.
Yeah.
So, or even
cool.
Yeah, the pocket operator back there somewhere.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Whatever it takes, just put everything together.
Whatever it takes. All right.
All right. Cool. So Sine Mountain, check out that on Friday. Next up, we have Rhett.
Yeah, another local
person. And
this is fun. This is a cool one to come across. I was like, all right, I'm digging this.
And it's a little more upbeat, a little more beat than some of the other things that we have played. So
that's good.
We're gonna have a few tracks here that are in that same realm. So Rhett, it's called Reef.
Rhett, coming at it. That's, kids, is why that is why you always put a little reverb or delay on your kits and your drums. It sounds so much fuller. It has so much more breath to it. No more dry drums, kids. No, that I really love the way that's laid out and arranged for sure. I think if Jono was here, he would say Boards of Canada.
It had that lead is a little had a little Boards of Canada vibe. Yeah, I love how it starts kind of with the slow kick, and then it kind of takes off.
Yeah, it takes off. Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, when I first listened to it the first time, I'm like, "Oh, cool! This is gonna be some chill ambient." Whoa, here we go!
Yeah,
you know, like when you use a skateboard and you hit a hill and you'd be like, "Oh, I guess I'm really going now." Yeah, I was just cruising before, but now I'm. Yeah, so good stuff. I have to reach out to Homie because I didn't know he was dropping this, and it sounds so good. So I loved it.
Excellent. All right.
Real quick before you do that, I just want to remind everybody, for some reason you don't know, you're watching Colorado Modular Synth Society's Bandcamp listening party for modular synth artists. This is a show we've been doing for over a year now, where we showcase different artists who are on Bandcamp, who are modular synth enthusiasts who are using it in their music, and we want to support them and give them some love. Help out this niche, awesome community that is modular synth. The other thing I want to say real quick is that this is a show we've been doing like for a year, but on Fridays usually. Of course, because it's Bandcamp Friday. But we also do at least one big show a month, and that is every fourth Sunday of the month. So if you don't want to do the math of when that next show is, I would just subscribe like right now, and then or follow our channel. Please always subscribe and follow our channels. Sign up for the newsletter, join the Discord, and stay in the loop. And also get involved. So reach out, let us know what you're up to. If you're a label and you have artists, let us know. If you're an artist and you're doing it yourself, let us know. If you want to play live, let us know. I mean, we never know. We never know. And if we're not doing something, we definitely are connected to a lot of people that we can refer you to or point you to. So anyhow, lots of love for everyone. So thanks for your support. Okay, that was my little speech.
Love it. Get involved. We had some labeled spotlights over the last year, where we basically dedicated a large portion of a Bandcamp listening party to a specific label and played multiple artists from that label releases and kind of gave a good overview over that. And I think the first one that we had was Errorgrid.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
we had.
Was it? Could have been Mystery Circles.
Oh, we had Mystery Circles before that, right? But we had Errorgrid and we had Olivia from Errorgrid on.
Amazing.
That was a great show. He was so awesome talking about the philosophy of the label.
We need to have him back on.
Next up is the latest release on Errorgrid, Sleep Clinic.
Yes.
And we're going to listen to a track called Active.
Nice. Nice. There's another label that really curates well, superbly. Really, that's the sound. That's that's the vibe.
I love it. I love this one specifically. I've been listening to quite a bit of Ottdecker, and where it's very hard for me with their newer stuff to really find a place or something in the sound and the structure to hold on to and not get completely lost in the chaos. And I don't mind that. I can totally do that and get lost in that. But what always grips me with this one is that there's always something that is structured. There's busy, right? There's a lot of stuff going on left and right and back and forth in the overall spectrum. But there's always something, a rhythm, a rhythmic component, or a little melody fragment or something that kind of serves as an anchor point in the track. And some of these tracks are long; they're like 12, 15 minutes, but it never loses that little bit of structure that makes it really stand out. So I really love this one. Album's called Talus, and Sleep Clinic, released April 22nd.
Nice.
Just a few weeks ago.
That's cool. Very cool. Dig it.
All right. Errorgrid. Check out all of their releases. Great stuff. Tom Hall. Jono's on that label.
Yeah.
Some great stuff on there.
Yeah. Very good.
All right. We have a few more. Next up, we have our friends from New York. New York Modular Society. They have a label.
Yeah.
And they have a few releases on there. We played a few in past Bandcamp shows. Some live stuff, some album stuff. Really good stuff. So we'll be listening to a track. Let me just pull this up here because this is kind of a pre-release here that we have. Macamcore.
So he runs the Off the Grid show.
Okay.
Him and Black Dingus. On this show.
Hold on 1 second here. We got
a exclusive listen on it. So
that's right. It's not up on Bandcamp yet, but it will be on Friday.
Yeah, by the time this plays, you can go there.
By the time this plays, it will be on Friday.
Yeah.
And I just want to pull up the release notes that Jonathan sent. Jonathan, Saddle Up the Robots, sent us some release notes here for this track.
Yeah.
So Macamcore, I love it when people give us the actual spelling of the artist name, Macamcore. Now I put a little German accent on that, so bear with me here. Elliot Bates. Elliot's a proficient oud player and is best known for that. Was a member of Current 93, is a core member of NIMS, and curates the Off the Grid experimental show. Album was all made using a temperamental cork monopoly. He typically infuses his modular music with Turkish and Arabic influences and often uses makam modes. Get it? Macamcore. Get it, David?
Yeah, now I do.
See? All right. I love it that Jonathan provided these notes for us. That's great.
That's a good label. That's a good label.
Good label. They provide information. So here we go. We'll listen to this track, Macamcore.
Yeah, dig that.
It's building up to something. I hated to fade that out, but we're running a little short on time here. So check it out. It's awesome. It's building up towards the end. Great track. I love the little the lead sound.
Yeah,
with the slew in it, and it's great.
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. Yeah. So again, by the time this show airs, you can head over to the NIMS record label, and we'll have links in the description, obviously, so you can go check that out. Definitely follow that label because they're putting out some good stuff, and get a good sense of the New York scene, which is dope. Rad. And there's another album coming out too, right?
Yeah, so we'll just follow that up with Death Parade March, and another new track that is coming out on Friday. And there's a longer track, 21 minutes. We're going to play a little excerpt from that
Cool.
track right now.
Nice, awesome. Yeah, it was fun. Digging that.
Yeah.
That was That's Death Death March Parade. So what was the name of the artist?
Death Parade March.
Death Parade March. All right, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so definitely check out the label. If you're not watching their Twitch channels, there's so many shows. They're always doing stuff. So big ups to those to everybody over there involved, making that thing go. It's awesome. Everyone's keeping so busy. New York's always keeping busy. SoCal's been really busy with the Synth Society Summit coming up at the end of the month. Jono's keeping busy with his anniversary. That's this weekend. It's crazy to think everyone's having a 1-year anniversary. He's having his anniversary. The Synth Summit's going to be an anniversary. Freak Boutique anniversary. Today is an anniversary. So for the Bandcamp Friday shows, just packed full of goodness. So, and actually, and funny, it's also my wedding anniversary this month. So, I mean, can we get? Yeah. So we just need more anniversaries.
That's great. Yeah, we should play a few more tracks and then talk a little bit about what's going on this weekend with Jono's show.
What the hell's going on this weekend?
Because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, so let's play some more tracks. Thanks for everybody. Yeah, thank you for watching this and keeping and checking all this out and all your support. Right. What we got next?
Who do we have
next?
Our friend Tim Held.
Oh, good old Tim.
So,
what's he up to?
Sorry, fumbling a little bit. So this track is also not yet available, but we have a little sneak peek. Will be available on Friday when this airs. Mm-hmm. So we're putting up just Tim's Bandcamp page here, but we'll play the track. And it's actually really cool. It's actually a piano and modular collaboration that Tim did with somebody named Steven. I'm not entirely sure the last name, but check that out on Friday. So Tim Held from Modular Modcast. And we will be listening to part of this track. I think it's a 44-minute track. And the track is titled Bones of the Structure. So check this out.
That's cool. Yo, that bass underneath of that part was like,
Yeah. Yes.
whoa.
Sub or headphones recommended. There was
yeah.
there was a lot of bass going on there, and it sounded awesome. I look forward to listening to the whole thing. It's 40 minutes. We only played a small snippet here to kind of give you an idea of how the piano kind of fades into the synthesizer piece, and definitely check that out. It sounds really cool.
So interesting. This so many long form tracks today. Well, actually, the last couple of shows we've seen a lot of long form, a lot of ambient songs show up on the playlist.
Maybe I'm just drawn to those ambient long form pieces anyway. I like to work in that area myself, but there's quite a few labels that have that kind of a theme, experimental long form things, and tracks that defy kind of the general song structure in these very, very long journeys of music. So I love that. I love that. We had last time Going In from the Bunker in New York, their label. It's hour-long tracks, but it doesn't feel like an hour.
No.
It's so varied still, and it's such a journey in places that it's never just stagnant. It's just going somewhere. So I love those long tracks.
You know, it's interesting that you say it doesn't feel that long, and I think that also has something to do with like the last year. The time has felt weird, you know, when people say funny things like the last 3 months has been the longest year of my life, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Like, it is wild to think it's been a year. That doesn't feel real. It felt forever when it was happening, and now it feels like it just happened. So
yeah,
I mean, we have a strange relationship with time, no doubt about it. And I don't mean that in a hippie way. I mean like just perception. You know, it's just weird. You know, the way we remember it, the way it feels. It's strange. So it's interesting that there are a lot of synth artists, and definitely modular synth artists, that are open to that. I think it's also because the way patches evolve, and we take the time for textures to kind of bring themselves, take themselves out in and out. And you have an audience who's down to like appreciate that. So it's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's the overall trend, but it's definitely a trend on this show lately.
Yeah. And it's what I can't wait is to experience that live, because, you know, the pre-recorded videos are great in when we have shows like Freak Boutique where we can do it live in a live context. It's still something else when you can do that. You know, when you get a 30-minute slot and you can play a 25-minute set, and in a live context with people there. Mm-hmm. And for me, just standing there and listening to Grant at Freak Boutique doing his thing in 25 minutes, something long like that is really a different experience even. So I really look forward to those live shows again, and even more of those. And going to California.
Yeah,
right.
Hopefully Franck is
Franck, Trovarsi, Jono. We'll visit them all. We'll do a tour.
Oh man, yeah, totally. Yeah, well, we're gonna do a few tours.
Apparently, well, yeah, but apparently you can't get rental cars anymore. We have to then now drive over there.
Hey, I just watched No Man Land. I know what I'm doing. We're getting the van.
Get in the van.
A van and a bucket. That's all we need. We just go.
All right. If you got is it a plan to have a plan, or do you have a plan?
A plan. It's a plan to get a van. Okay, No Man Land.
The wit is.
It's right here. It's right here.
We're almost done with the show, and you can tell because Sine Mountain's microphone sounds like he's in the middle of the ocean.
Oh no.
It's fine. It's what we just want to say it. Otherwise, people will think that we don't know. We do know, and it's all intentional.
I have
My
no
camera
idea.
has been twitching all show, so
It's just breaking
it's
the
all
matrix.
it's all live in some form, right?
It's always like,
but
yeah. We might be
good.
pre-recording it, but we're not editing it.
We're not edit. There's no edits in this show. No.
No, we should have edit right there. We should have edit right there.
We're going to sample and hold the show afterwards and only play snippets
that's
of
cool.
30 seconds.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right,
So-
we got 2 more tracks. And we get some real good ones here at the end.
They've all been good.
They've all been
awesome.
good, but we're ending here on another high note. First up, we have Ellen Vogelsinger.
Beautiful music. This is a
Such
great
a
album.
fantastic artist, musician, composer. If you are not following Helen Vogelsinger on Instagram, you should. YouTube, everywhere, because she puts out videos that are just so awesome. Just going to these remote places and abandoned houses and just playing fantastic sets.
Yeah, it's great. Very good.
So we're
Music's
going to
great.
listen to, this is a new album, it's coming out on Friday, and we're listening to the first track called Ceremony.
Yeah, this song's cool.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed all her work, like you said, like her YouTube stuff and the music's really cool.
Yeah,
really
it's a nice combination, like Panic Girl, the vocals, but it's a little different too, right? She has her own aesthetic with the arpeggios and kind of this arpeggiated style of melodies that makes it really, really unique. And I love the background vocals. They're not really more foreground, but like background vocals, and it's I love it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
One thing, I just recently, a year ago, she was on Jono Wells's Dotwave podcast.
Yeah.
I highly recommend that you listen to that episode. Listen to all of the episodes of the Dotwave podcast. There's some great ones, but this one is outstanding when she talks about her influences and her journey as an artist and kind of her composition style, and it's really really good. I took a lot of inspiration away from that particular episode.
Absolutely, me too. And I think just getting to know Jono when I heard that episode, and I was like, wow, because it was a really good interview. She talks about a lot of stuff. It's interesting now in retrospect to listen to it, and it's cool to see that like this. She kept on doing it and kept on making more stuff, and it's just really grown to this album. So I'm excited.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm really excited. I love her first album.
Yeah,
Contemplation is great too. So looking forward to hearing the rest of that. So this was a 10-minute track. We played 4 minutes of that. So there's a lot more to come in this track even. So really check this out. Helene Vogelsinger.
Yep. I'm glad you're saying the name too, because I think I'd screw that up. Even though I have.
Yeah, growing up near the French border, there's a little bit I know how to pronounce, although my French is really bad. So
yeah, I grew up next to French fries. Okay, next one.
Good one. Good. Okay, last one. So is that all you have to close out the show?
Oh wow!
You want to end on this?
Pulling a real Jono, just like calling out my jokes. They're funnier if we keep moving.
Yes, no, we're not. So we have one more track. We're going to close out with one more track. So I think we should do a little wrap up here.
That's true. Let's do that. That's true.
So we have. So this was the 1-year anniversary Colorado Modular Synth Society Bandcamp listening party.
Do you remember how it started?
I do remember that Bandcamp Day came around, and then I think you and I were talking about, wouldn't it be nice to just make a party out of it or something like that?
Yeah.
And then we just hopped on a stream and just started.
Yeah, it was one of those like silly ideas in a thread that me and you were talking, and they were like, let's do it. And you agreed to do it.
And people enjoyed it. People would tune in, and
that was really
we had a lot of people even after so we usually did it live on a Friday night. And schedule wise it didn't quite work out this time, but we also this will air on Friday early, so we actually give people the opportunity to go and check out the artists and listen to the albums and then support the artists. So all of the links to Bandcamp pages, albums, any kind of social media and other relevant links of what we talked about here will be down in the video description when this airs. So go down there, click follow the artist, like the artist, support him on Bandcamp Friday. We don't know if there's going to be another Bandcamp Friday, so make it big.
Spend extra money.
Support all of those artists.
Totally, yeah. And obviously there's probably a lot of albums we didn't get a chance to play. I know a lot of people from April Skies put out some of their music from Maple Skies. So I would definitely go watch that video if you haven't watched it, and then B, go buy the music. C, go follow everybody that's in here so you can keep up with music. It's been a year. It's been an awesome year. It's been nice to hang out with you, Christoph.
Likewise.
Yeah, it's been awesome. So we were going to also mention some of the other things that are going to go down this May.
So we have
so the big one.
So Friday's Bandcamp Day, right?
Yeah.
Then on Saturday into Sunday evening, we will have the Modular World 1 year anniversary. What is that? Extravaganza. Like 30 hours, not 30 artists, 130 artists, 30 hours of streaming non-stop, starting Saturday at noon Pacific.
Yeah. That's 1 p.m. Mountain Time.
We'll have links in the description. There's 3 different events. YouTube won't let you archive, I think, anything longer than 12 hours. So John has split it all up into 3 different streams, and 130 artists. There's going to be a lot of fantastic music. It's pre-recorded, but there will be artist interviews live after the streams, and that will go down on Saturday into Sunday. So John is streaming 30 hours worth of music. If you've seen Modular World, you know what's coming. It's kind of in that format. It's shorter sets, but shorter sets plus a video.
And
Most of us have submitted videos.
We finally get to play Modular World.
That's right.
Finally, we're invited to play. Finally.
You know what catch crap for this? You saying that.
A whole year we hung out with Jono, and he finally says, "All right."
We are finally.
He was like,
yes.
I think he said, I already have 19, 18 artists. It's 2 more.
Yeah.
You guys can come, I guess. Hop on the back of the truck. We'll take it as far as you go. So no, I think what time self-promote here. What time does your set play? Or your set?
Saturday, 6:00 Mountain Time.
And I play mine's around Sunday, 7:00 Mountain Time.
Okay, so one thing is, the times, it is a live show. The videos are being played live, and then there's live interviews. So that might shift it a little bit around, but it doesn't matter because you'll be tuning in anyway and watching all day. So you'll catch all of the exciting videos, right? All 30 hours. I think there's a prize for people that stick around the entire 30 hours.
It's called a hallucination. You get to hallucinate.
I've been there. So that's Saturday, Sunday. Monday, we have 4-year anniversary of Freak Boutique. Freak Boutique. What?
No, I'm just shaking my head.
You're just shaking your head and saying no, and I
can't believe it. I just can't believe it.
Yes, you can't believe it. It's Let me just really quickly pull up the artist list that we have going on.
Yeah, while you do that, I'll just talk real quick about Freak Boutique. So Freak Boutique, for anybody who doesn't know, is the kind of open mic for Modular Synth event that WMD's been putting on at a place called Fort Greene here in Denver, Colorado. It's hosted by Alex, presented by WMD. It's an amazing event. He's the 6 or 7 artists play like 20-minute sets, and then they discuss then Alex does a nice like interview and breaks down the bridge. So it's very like educational as it is like open-minded on the format. It's like the way it works now is you sign up for a lottery on our website, and you get picked about a week or so before the event, and then you get to play live. It's kind of fun. It's kind of what can you do in a week kind of a situation as well.
Yep.
It's you don't have to be great. I don't mean to say you don't have to be great. I said you don't have to be experienced. Like you can just be like coming at it like I just got this. I just want to do something weird and experimental. You could do that.
Yep. No, there's no limitations on style or anything like that. It's modular hybrid systems is a requirement, and it's live. So there's no pre-recorded videos. You need to be able to stream live. We're using StreamYard, like we're doing here now, and it's been great. It's a great experience.
Yeah,
and it started, like David said, locally, just people who could make it to Fort Greene, because you had to sign up at the event. That was actually part of the deal, that you had to attend and then you could sign up. But ever since we went online, and we've been doing that for almost a year now too, we have opened it up to people from all over, and people from all over are playing, and it's been fantastic.
So when it first started, I just gotten into modular, so I wasn't there like the very first couple of shows, but I got there soon after. And back then, it was one of those things where anybody could play because there wasn't that many people to play. So I played a ton. Is there a space open? Sure. And then it slowly started to get more popular, probably because CMSS. I don't know, maybe, but it did get more popular, and then they had to move to the lottery system. So this party, this group is a lot of the people who were there at the early stages of when this was all going down, and who had played the actual venue more than a few times. So it's kind of a throwback party, right?
Yeah, and I remember, so Alex was always streaming, or maybe not in the very beginning, but at some point they started streaming the Freak Boutique from the bar over Wi-Fi. It more or less worked, often, but it was actually great. I remember the first time that I played, my parents in Germany I played late, so they were actually up in the morning watching me play from the bar. But I do remember, before I even attended it, I'm watching a video where David played where you played at Freak Boutique. I remember that.
Yeah, if you watch those old videos, you'll see Gerald in there, you'll see me in there, Brian. They're fun.
So so Monday will be 12 people. It will be shorter sets, so 15 minutes total, so about 12-minute set, a couple minutes of conversation. But we will have Mike Thomas from, where is he at now? Tennessee?
He's in Tennessee now. He used to live across the street from me practically. So
yep.
And
Mike Thomas, myself, monoscene, Witchbutter, Paul, who is now in Portland, Oregon, moved there. We have Drift Diffusion, Noise Diffraction, Gerald Fjord, Sine Mountain, Paul City, Grant, Hazard Overbridge.
Yeah. That's
Outer Bridge. It's Outer Bridge. Well,
Memorybell. So, yeah.
Memorybell, exactly. The Aphonic, fantastic artist here from Boulder. Vino Malo, Mason, works at WMD. Nasty Nachos, Alex from WMD. So again, Freak Boutique presented by WMD. Monday starts at 7 o'clock Mountain Time on the WMD YouTube channel. Link will be in the description. Then we have the Synth Summit.
Yeah, that's been huge.
Synth Summit, May 21st to 23rd. Lots of sessions on YouTube, performances, panels, lots of artists, panel topics from diversity and inclusion in Eurorack manufacturing to virtual synthesis, MOPAP, a bunch of different topics going on. So keep an eye out for more information and promotion on that. And it's a collaboration between the Southern California Synth Society, SoCal, and Colorado Modular Synth Society, and other synth societies are participating too. But we will be hosting together with SoCal on 2 of those days the panels and performances.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of good talks, and I'm looking forward to a lot of them. We're going to bring back the talk about sequencers, so they call the Ever Quest is definitely going to be another great talk. And then the other cool thing about that too is we're going to pepper the whole show, like with short performances from some artists you probably never heard of, or you haven't heard of much, or maybe not discovered yet. So we're trying to showcase some people who haven't got as much spotlight. So there'll be lots of things to watch and listen and learn and experience at that show. It's going to be huge. This is I think we're understating how big it is, only because it's like the Synth Summit started like a lot of things. It was like the big thing that happened right after the pandemic started, and Jeabzz is like, let's get everybody together, let's do something to stay together and get connected. It was the catalyst for us to get our butts off the ground and get online. And we made friends with with New York and Seattle and some of the other folks. So yeah, so that's a big one.
Cool.
So subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to SoCal. Subscribe to New York. Subscribe to Seattle's. Everybody, because everyone's going to be involved, and there's so much more coming. So, all
right. Anything else we forgot?
Well, I mean, there's also normal stuff going on. So don't forget that we mentioned Franck. Franck's also doing his shows. So make sure you keep watching his shows. The Left Coast group out there, they're definitely up to something. So yeah, hit up the Discords. There's a lot of things going on. I've been reached out to by a couple people who are starting new synth societies in different cities. So if you're interested in wanting to start your own, let me know. I'm brainstorming on how to amplify those new groups to help people find their local synth community. So reach out to me, especially if you're in Philly. All right. So that's it. Just stay up with us. So should we wrap it up?
Yes, let's wrap it up.
If you want to support, you can always go buy some stickers.
Here we go.
Yeah. Buy some
Those
stickers.
are awesome stickers.
Have you bought any yet? Probably not. Cheapskate.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I bought a few. Well, I got a few last year. I've been shipping them to people.
These are different ones. See, like these are different. These are.
Oh, those are the bigger ones.
Look at those.
Yeah. See.
They're big. I mean, they're not. They're perfect for like the.
I have to buy some.
Yeah, they're perfect.
I shall do that.
I was going to give you some if we meet up. If we meet up, I'll bring you some.
If and when. Yes, in California. You can give them to me in California.
We'll meet at Franck's house.
We'll make the plans.
On his driveway. We'll sleep in his driveway.
Okay. Speaking of California, we're going to close out with a great album that was just released last month by our friend Nathan Moody.
Never heard of him.
If you haven't heard of Nathan Moody, you should definitely check out the videos that we did with him. Some guy named David who can't remember anything, and myself. We talked to Nathan about mastering. Nathan is known for his mastering services, Obsidian Sound. And we did a Beyond the Patch show with Nathan, where we talk about Nathan's influences and his musical journeys and things like that. And he was talking about an album in that show, that interview, that was more experimental. There's, I think, only one track with one synth on here, but it's fantastic. It's like really kind of a really experimental vibe with lots of vocals, and actually Panic Girl sings on one of the tracks here. So it's kind of a nice bookend. First track of the show, Panic Girl, and now here, she's on this album too. So check this one out, Nathan Moody. We will be listening to a track called, let me just pull this up here, Awoken. There's also really, really cool videos for some of the tracks for this one specifically. So check this one out. Colorado Modular Synth Society Bandcamp listening party. Check out all the links in the description. Support the artists, buy the albums, like, subscribe, follow, whatever. I want to put one more plug-in. I will be on the Data Cold audio podcast.
Oh, cool.
With a 40-minute track that I composed, and that will be released on Saturday. So if you're interested in that, check out datacoldaudio.com or where you get your podcast, Data Cold Audio Podcast. They've had great releases this year, fantastic artists. And I'll have the opportunity to release some music on that on Saturday.
Congrats,
just in time, because there's nothing else going on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just worked out that way. So check that out.
Good luck trying to promote that right now.
I know. I'll do my best. So that's why I bring it up here. So
that's great.
Yeah, I appreciate it if you check that out. Cool. Nathan Moody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.